Steve, as we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts. And you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not gardening.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. And Van Vliet out there with Anunoby, and it's King at center. Here's the Raptors with the ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Outstanding work by OG. Unbelievable versatility, and that was a tough finish.
Bogdanovich wide open. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Anunoby. Here's King. Back to Anunoby. To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great update, David. Thanks. It'll be fascinating, Greg, to watch them try to slow down these shooters.
No question. That's the focus defensively. But then, on the offensive end, they have to get production of their own.
The way this league is going, you have to play great defense and you have to score to keep up.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Van Vliet. Back to King. Shot clock at 5. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Anunoby. It's hauled in by Stewart.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
OG Anunoby from the UK has had a nice impact on the game.
And he said he wants to grow the game in England. OG's hoping to open up some paths to the NBA for young players from the UK.
And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Now, here's Anunoby. His last outing, he had 18 points. Barnes with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Beyond the arc. Barnes can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Burks. Now, here's Durant. Back to Burks. Cunningham outside. Shoots over Van Vliet. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 6.
I love Cade Cunningham taking what the defense gives him, making the most of a mid-range opening.
And a deep roster for the Raptors. But, Smitty, do they have the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
Now, here's Durant. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's King, and that one good.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Burks. Now, here's Stewart, covered by Siakam. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by the Raptors. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
Now, here's Bogdanovich after the miss from King. On its way from Burks for two. Siakam pulls it in. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
Now here's King following the shot by Alec Burks. That puts them in the lead.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
Cunningham outside. Back to Burks. Now here's Durant. He's tightly guarded. Shoots over King, and too long on the shot. Raptors with the lead. Anunoby has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the night.
What I like about OG Anunoby for a young player, he's not pushing to do more than they want him to do.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Hi, Pistons fans. Once again, come out for your Pistons Dancers Dance Team.
Here's Bogdanovich. This game he had 28 points. Cunningham. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Cunningham's got 8 points.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Siakam's shot is off. And for Siakam, great, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Now here's Barnes. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Count that one from Van Vliet.
I mean, an excellent ball handler who varies his pace. Van Vliet knows how to create separation.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now Bogdanovich. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Toronto leading by 5. Barnes outside. The pass to King. Here's Siakam. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 6 points for him.
The mid-range isn't Siakam's go-to shot, but he can adjust to make it work.
Bogdanovich finds Stewart. And here's Cunningham. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Burks.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Barnes passes to King. To the paint. Passes it to Anunoby. King right side. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Drills it from outside. Siakam's got 9.
At the arc, Siakam can be so dangerous. When he gets an opening, he drills it.
Cunningham finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Inside, deflects the pass. Van Vliet passes to King. To the inside, here's Barnes. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
The skill guard, Cunningham, has a fantastic feel for when his teammates are uncovered.
Here's Siakam. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Burks with it. Now guarded by King. Back to Burks. No one near him. And Detroit again with the bucket.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Here's King. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now, here's Durant. Defended by King. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here we have
2. Substitution on the court.
Toronto leading by 4. He's out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Durant. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Tough to contain Siakam around the rim. He has underrated strength.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that high.
And another thing, coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Down low, they get a hand on it. Burks against Anunoby. Burks looking around. And there's the call on Boss. That is his first foul of the game.
It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Now here's Hayes, covered by Van Vliet. And Hayes kicks to Bogdanovich. Good on the 3-point shot. Bogdanovich has got 10.
We know Bogdanovich likes this shot. He seems very sure of himself shooting from the corner.
Pass to Anunoby. Up top, King. Back to Anunoby. The shot from the low post is good. 7 points in the game.
If you're OG Anunoby, it's about staying healthy. You already know if you're healthy and whole, you can be successful.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Here's Anunoby after the basket by Detroit. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Big time move and a big night for Siakam, looking like a perennial all-star.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Bogdanovich against Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 10.
I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Cunningham, he's checked in for the Pistons. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
The front office for the Pistons coming in from Oklahoma City. Their draft picks overall pretty good, making an immediate impact.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And the Pistons making a change here. Bagley's checked in. Toronto leading by 4. Here's King. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Detroit Pistons. And the Pistons draftees all showing starting caliber metal early on. And, you know, Steve, they're playing now with confidence. I mean, you can see it.
Kevin, they couldn't wait for this season to start. They know this is a team poised to make that jump to contending for the playoffs.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 10.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
To the paint, here's King. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Works with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
And looking at the stats, Bojan, one of the more prolific corner 3 shooters. He loves that spot.
Pass to Boucher. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Unable to get that one. And the Pistons now going the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
Here's Barnes. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now the pass to Burks. Loud pass to Bagley. An emphatic LU jam.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
Now here's King. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. And he brought it on the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And when you talk about Chris Boucher, an impressive forward who brings a lot to the table.
Cunningham kicks to Burks. Bogdanovich against Barnes. Here's Bagley. That one rolling around and rims out. Toronto leading by 4. And Boucher is one of those guys, Smitty, you love having in your rotation.
Kevin, he can score, rebound, and defend very well. And has shown a willingness to want to get better, which is something you love to see.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Duren. And the Raptors also making a change. Trent's checked in for Fred Van Vliet.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
King, the pass to Boucher. Back to King. Trent with it. Passes to Anunoby. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the 2nd quarter. Cunningham kicks to Burks.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Looking for Wiseman. He gets it there. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
Diallo's checked in for Alec Burks. The kick out to Barnes. King, the pass to Trent. Back to King. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Cunningham dishes it to Wiseman. Pass to Diallo. Outside, Bagley. Pass to Wiseman. From the line. And it's King with the rebound.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Cunningham. 23 points for him the last game against Boston.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Cunningham with it. He's guarded by Anunoby. Shot and game clock separated by 5. How about this run Craig they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Cunningham up top. He's guarded by Anunoby. Cunningham's shot is off. Now, here's Trent. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Trent's got his first 3 points of the game.
Do not underestimate Gary Trent Jr.'s reign.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11.
53. The Raptors. 64.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's King at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Bogdanovich after the made shot from King. To the middle, here's Burks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. And Burks hits 2 free throws. And it's VanVleet with the ball for Toronto. King outside. Back to VanVleet. Inside. Drops in the layup for 2. King's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
It's stolen. And here we go. Fast break. VanVleet's got it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He's always been a tremendous defender, in my opinion, and he knows he's going to knock down his free throws. But now Fred VanVleet has emerged as a terrific all-around scorer. He can pretty much do it all.
And Smitty, Fred VanVleet has really come into his own as a starter.
He has, Kevin. He has proven he can run an offense. He's also a dynamic and confident scorer, and someone you can depend on to sink big-time shots.
It's Cunningham with the drive. Kept alive. Here's Duren. And the layup's good off the glass. Duren's got 5 points so far.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Siakam finds Anunoby. Now Barnes. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Siakam's shot is off. Pistons trail by 13. Cunningham looking it over. With the drive. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Duren, no good.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And that one's good, Barnes.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Here's Cunningham. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Stewart passes to Cunningham. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
I know Cunningham is enjoying himself right now. He's playing hard and finding plenty of shots.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl. Raptors have gone 7 of 11 from the
At
line.
the line for the Raptors, Boucher, Chris Boucher.
That one misses for Boucher.
You know, from what I've heard, Chris Boucher has a great attitude about his game. And he always looking for ways to improve.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
To the inside. Stolen. Teardrop shot, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Toronto looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next one.
The Raptors.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Bagley is out there with James Wiseman. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Cunningham in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Clock at 4. A 3 from Bogdanovic. It's hauled in by the Raptors. King's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle, here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Speed and power on display from Barnes on that dunk.
Pistons trail by 15. The pass to Wiseman. Shoots over King. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barnes passes to King. Anunoby in the corner. Back to King. Pass to Trent. 6 to shoot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in.
You know, a few guys know how to score like Gary Trent Jr. He can fill it up in any situation, firing off quality shots from inside or outside the arc.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
King inside. He's covered by Wiseman. Here's Anunoby. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And Gary Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
Jay, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Anunoby. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses, fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. Stewart comes in for Marvin Bagley. And the Raptors also making a change. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Trent. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 19-point game. With the fadeaway. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
OG's a tricky cover. Has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Burks can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
On the wing, Anunoby. Burks covering. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Pocket Pirtles check.
Substitution on the court.
Siakam, right side. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
Burks, he's checked in for Detroit. Pistons trail by 15. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Burks. Feeds it to Wiseman. Up and in on the way.
Well, listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
King's shot is off. Detroit's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Bogdanovich. The teardrop falls in. Bogdanovich has got 20.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Cunningham against Van Vliet. Pass to Barnes. Here's Siakam. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
You know, a pretty consistent scorer throughout the course of his career. Bogdanovich, he was just born to get buckets.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Now here's Barnes. King outside. Down low. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Beautiful when the big man takes flight. Pascal Siakam leaving no room for error with that dunk.
Wiseman with a wide open look. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The pass to Anunoby. King with it. Barnes outside. Toronto working the ball around now. Van Vliet passes to King. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
On the free throw, no good. Now with the ability to play a soft zone, can Team Steve hide their weaker defenders?
I think it's great, Kevin, for a possession or two. And it works sometimes. But good offenses always find a weak link.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Raptors.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Pascal Siakam.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now, here's Bogdanovich after the miss from King.
Look at Bogdanovich getting physical, works hard to get the shot off and the foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for your Pistons.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Barton. Trent outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And there's the call on Boss. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw.
For Detroit, Joseph Horry.
And Joseph drops them both. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's King, and a missed layup. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew,